their strategic alliance who decided to do business with them, and also use their own ingenuities to be able to get their intentions and all that. So those level in this particular case we speak.
Well, so on if not full, actually, I've seen Mr. Johnson Esiedu Ketia in the House. He was trying to exchange pleasant four constituencies which are in contention. I've seen Mr. Patrick Buama, who is the MP elect for the Okai-Kwe Central constituency. He is in the House. Our reporters tell me that the leeway to get sworn in, but we await what the Speaker does today after his election, because we know this night, and so we wait to see what happens in the House. It means that those who were declared after the EC recollated the results are the ones who have been gazetted to be sworn in. This is despite the NDC raising concerns, the clerk to Parliament and the lawyers of the EC, a stay of execution of the High Court orders for the EC to recollate. Ekuma North has not been collated. I mean, the collation has not been completed, and so that constituency would not have their MP sworn in tonight. We are not sure what is happening, what has happened now, but from the last time we checked, Okai-Kwe North may not have their MP sworn in this evening. So we'll be getting some updates from our correspondents on these four constituencies, and then we'll be bringing you some more details on what is happening in Parliament. So Morris has gone to our board.
Before we come to the board, there was that change in the leadership, both sides. Let's talk about the now minority side. Do you feel that Kesela to forcing a colossus when it comes to power?
So you can say that it was looked at it from another point of view, because they thought that what was actually holding sway for the economy was leaking. Somebody with an economic hit, they nailed right on the head. As well, he's also Ama Kofi Bua, that particular point. And by and large, it worked. You could also say that, yes, friend make of a politician, so you cannot really compare them head to head, because they all have their strengths and they all have their weaknesses. But Ato had his strength in the financial area, and you will have to give it to him, because most of the arguments that they made about the economy, most of the pronouncements that they made about the economy were on point. And as we speak now, most of the predictions that they made have come to pass. So you can say that it won them some credibility, that these people know what they are talking about. Because anytime he raises the issue, by the time you come tomorrow, it was similar to what...
I mean, he was talking about the Bank of Ghana, illegal printing of money. The Bank of Ghana comes to respond and say, no, we're not printing money. But then by the end of the day, everybody, get to understand that really there was some
so the strategy of the political party actually worked for them. Sometimes you may not be, you may have a coach who is not, you say he's not playing any particular formula, any particular game. You don't have any striker that is just banging in the goals. But at the end of the day,
he wins the league.
He wins the league with one goal. Yeah. I mean, he's going. Right. It took us, I mean, a long way in our football. Right. So we think that the game that they played and the strategy that they used worked for them.
So Boja is likely to be the magic thing he will bring to the table. We've seen how, personal. But if he's made the majority leader.
I see him as, like you said, and looking at going to have a lot of clashes in Parliament. And I would rather if he was not the main person, but was a supporting person. That's my view. Governor Agboja is a fantastic person, fantastic leader. I think that, yes, he has all it takes to be the leader of the House. But at this particular point in time, I think that if we could get somebody who is much more of a cooler head and a sober head to be able to, rally the front of the majority and NDC, I think that would be helpful.
Even with Afenyo Marking on the other side?
Yes, that would be helpful because you don't have to do much of aggression because of the numbers that you already have.
Yeah.
Even if the minority is saying something, whatever they are bringing, dismantle it. This has a superior argument to yours. But if you get somebody who, because the minority, they do not have a lot of things at stake. All they want to do is to put what they believe is their point of view. And they also have another duty or a possibility, an alternative. Sometimes you're open. You take the ball, come and pass.
Who will you rather suggest becomes the majority leader? Now that we also know there is a possibility of Kesela Atuforsin moving to the finance ministry, even if he's not made a substantive minister, certainly Kesela Atuforsin will be going to the finance ministry. Who will you suggest becomes the majority
I think that the NDC, they have a lot of people.
Yeah.
And whatever name I'll mention, I'm not saying that there are no others who can fit into those positions. But some people who are very witty, who people have not drawn their minds to, is somebody like Eric Opoku.
Yeah.
Eric Opoku. I see him as a very solid guy, and he's very witty and understands, and I think he cuts across as well the opposite side. And talking about sober heads, people like the name was flying around, even though I was not too comfortable. But
Mama
Yariga, I was not too comfortable because
Why?
sometimes
Why were you not comfortable?
I think that he's too gentle.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel he's.
But you wanted a cool. You wanted a
Yes.
cool head.
Yes, he can go hard if he wants to. But so if I look at Agboja and I look at Mahama Yariga, in this particular situation, maybe I would have gone for Mahama Yariga for that. I was also looking at somebody like Muntaka Mubarak.
Okay.
He's also an astute politician. He understands the system and all that.
He's a master strategist.
Yes, master strategist and all that. He can also go hard if he wants to. But I also see in him of view and that kind of stuff. So that's why I'll go for him, because when it comes to being firm, he knows how to be firm. When it comes to bringing people on board to have a compromise or have an idea together, I think I see that in him as well.
All right, so we'll be going through the list of MPs who will be coming to this 9th Parliament from the various regions. But before we do that, I also want to pick your thought on Kesela Atuforsin becoming the finance minister.
Kesela Atuforsin becoming a finance minister, that one too, I cringe a bit. Not because he's not qualified, but we know him. Maybe I'm judging him because of the position he has held before. And I felt that he played the supporting role very well. As supporting the finance minister. So I'm not seeing him clearly in that position as a finance minister, but I could be wrong. So I was thinking that somebody else could be there, and then if he still wants to be in the finance ministry or in that particular role, he can still play that supporting role. But I'm not taking anything from him. He's a doctor now. I'm not a doctor. I just have a master's degree. I'm not yet in that.
One argument would be that if he's been able to lead the... he's matured enough. I have grown. I mean, he's learnt a thing or two from being a deputy minister. So, I mean, he would have the know-how, especially now that he's a doctor now.
Yeah, he's a doctor now.
He would have...
And also talking about the MPs who are going to be coming to Parliament, we will go to the Ahafo region, or the Ahafo region, certainly. And then we'll come to the Tano North constituency. A spokesperson to the Vice President. He has an economic background himself. For a very long time, the MPP pretty much struggling to have a lot of the economics guys communicate the economic side of things for them. We saw a lot of their finance guys, leave Parliament. The new Drabin MP and the late MP for the MPP in terms of who can best communicate, bring out the economic conversation. Don't forget that this particular year, moving forward, the conversation about the economy is not going to go away.
Yeah. It's going to play a lot of role.
We're now going to have a better conversation about the economy, comparing the kind of economy that the NDC inherited, the MPP inherited, and the one that the NDC is inheriting, and how they're going to treat it. So certainly, economics is going to be dominating in Parliament. So Gideon Boako going to Parliament, should be a boost for the MPP. Clement, you want to say a thing or two?
Yeah, I think you are just on point that economics is going to play a very important role in this particular Parliament. And having people like him who have this background, it means that we're going to have some of these people championing that particular area, especially when those who have the experience, most of them have left Parliament now. So it's a good addition to.
And that was his first time. I mean, the first time he contested that particular seat, he won and he's going to Parliament. We also have still in the Afro region, Eric Opoku. He's been retained in the Esunafo South constituency, still in Parliament with, a rich background, tipped to be the agricultural minister.
Exactly, I was going to say, because he has a rich background in agri.
If all we're seeing, is anything to go by, he's been championing the agriculture conversation. He's been talking about the cocoa board and the issue. Him in Parliament should also enrich the conversation that we have, also in the agri sector, which is also going to be
how the program has been run, and the fact that even with that program, we still had high food inflation.
All right, and we heard he was saying that if they were in Parliament,
so they said they're going to increase it to around 6,000. So we wait to see if, as agri minister, if he's given the nod, he will be able to increase the cocoa price.
Yeah, I think it's a good pair of hands. Eric Opoku, he has a lot of potential. And the agri ministry that you're talking about, yes, he should be able to handle it coolly. And one of the advices anytime I get opportunity to talk or give an advice to the this particular government, what I say is that they can't fail on agri. If there is any advice that I will give to the incoming government, is that they should concentrate on making. Once you concentrate on making the farmer rich, and then when they are able to produce, migrate numbers down to go into agriculture, because that is viable. So on the market, it will reduce inflation. Then those who will go into agri processing and all those things, and they have to go and import all those things to come, it will become expensive. But if you are able to do it this way and you cause it to go down, we will create a lot of jobs, we'll have a lot of food to eat, and then we'll grow our economy in no time. And when you are growing the ground and you are growing things, you are not importing dollar. You see, because the things are coming from the ground. All you have to do is to apply the knowledge and be able to create it more. And whilst you're doing it, you rather reduce the import of things that you use a lot of dollar to do. Recently, I saw these Burkinabés who are under military rule. The way they have taken, how do you call it, plantation. And this thing they are going to export to us. Meanwhile, we have vast land,
right,
and then we have peace, and we can't.
So agriculture should be key, especially because
very, very important.
There is a likelihood we're going to be facing some food crisis in the first quarter because of the drought that happened in northern Ghana, parts of southern Ghana in the last quarter of 2020. So agriculture very much key. We are still in the Ahafo region. Collins Dauda, he's been retained the Esutifi South constituency. How long has he been in Parliament, Collins Dauda?
I think since 96. He has been there since 96. So he's one of the people. I think he went and then he lost, went and came back. Yes.
Tiedu, he is a new entrant region. He should be in Parliament by now. Right. Okay, so we also have in the Esutifi North constituency Ebenezer Kweku Ado. He's also a new entrant representing the people of Esutifi North constituency. We have Esunafo North constituency, Mohammed Haruna. He's also a new entrant. As I said, we have a lot of young people,
yes,
most of them under the age of 40, going to Parliament. We've spoken about Eric Opoku already. So, I mean, this is the Ahafo region and the MPs that will be constituency in the region. So we can go to the Ashanti region, if you will. So we see the representation. We saw the NDC gaining momentum in the Ashanti region. Some four seats.
More seats in the Ashanti region. Yes, 10 minutes to hit the top of the hour, 12 midnight, and then would have what will be happening in the House. I'm sure in a few minutes we'll take. I see some of the clerks walking by. Hopefully they should be seated soon, and then proceedings. So, one of our panelists said he was expecting some drama in the House because of the 4 constituencies whose MPship has been contested.
I don't think we're going to see any drama, and I don't expect any drama because if we should follow the rules, before you are given access to the Parliament, you need to be gazetted. If you are gazetted, sworn in. And I must tell you, I've been to Parliament. I was even from that place before I came here. The security is tight. I saw a lot of security people came in, the bomb detectors and all those things, and some dogs, sniffer dogs and all those things were taken round. They ensured that the right security measures are put in place. So if you don't belong there, you don't come there. Because they are trying as much as possible to avoid all those things that happened during the last 4 years. So I don't expect any drama to play out. If you are not part of the people who are supposed to be there, I'm not sure that you will be allowed to come in there to cause any problem.
The NDC won some more seats in the Ashanti region. So this is the Adanse Krofom constituency, Joseph Azuma. He's a new entrant, a very young guy there in Ashanti region, in that Adanse Krofom constituency in Ashanti region. He'll be representing that particular constituency. So that's one. We have Adanse Asokwa constituency in Ashanti region, Godwin Animili Joe.
Respondents in those 3 constituencies. That's Okaikwe. So we are not sure what is going to happen out of the chamber because they've been served with that injunction in Parliament.
But Clement, I
Interesting.
thought that once they registered, it means that those were the names that the EC presented to them, gazetted names. And so, I mean, once they are in the chamber, then it should be an election petition.
Really. They've not been sworn in yet.
Okay.
So
and we'll get some more updates from our correspondents on the ground.
So I should believe that once they've made it there, once they've registered, then it means that they've been gazetted. And if they've been gazetted, then it means that it will be an injunction on the swearing in of the person.
Okay, so if they are not sworn in.
Yes, so I think that they are trying to prevent the swearing in of the people, even though they are going to do an election petition, but maybe trying to prevent them from being sworn in. And once the court processes have been followed through, then it means that the right thing would have to be done.
And if you look at how Parliament is trying to ensure there is no security breach, they will make sure that once you've been served that notice, then you want to peacefully exit so that there's no chaos. There's no chaos in Parliament.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And even that, now that you have mentioned it, I'm hoping that it will not become the point, because once they've been allowed to come in before they are being given the marching orders out, that could easily, they didn't come in at all. So that thing must be done.
But I think our producers should try and raise Augustus Akwe, Rachel Korte. Let's see exactly what the situation is like in Parliament, and whether that's going to mar in any way the beauty of the ceremony. So that's the Adanse Asukwa constituency in Ashanti region. We have...
That's where Katie Amond...
That's where he lost.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Katie Amond's constituency.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know why you are giggling.
Why? I think it's an interesting...
He took Parliament a bit too... Casual. He took it a little too casual. And I think it affected him.
That's the constituency. He feels that, I mean, it's sort of his baby. He's won it several times. There was no way he was going to lose. And young men in his constituency, I was like, but well, that's...
And when he came to the floor, he also still supposed to be a serious place. Sometimes, yes, they have their moments of relaxation, but when it becomes make light, even hard situations, make it light, it doesn't go well all the time.
Okay, so this is still in Ashanti region, the Ifija Kwabre North constituency. Collins Adomako Mensah, he has been retained. The Ifija Kwabre South constituency, we have Damata Ama Salam. She's also a new entrant. Echima Mwabeja South constituency, Shelley Che. She's also a new entrant, fairly young as well, representing that constituency. We have the Ifija Setre East constituency, Mavis Nkansa Bwedu. She's been retained in the Ashanti region. He's a new entrant coming into Parliament. And then we have the Ahafo, we have the Ahafo South West. Osei Mensah Dapa Elvis is also a new entrant.
Looks very
young people.
Parliament should be looking very interesting.
Maybe young in face, so we would like to see their ages.
And then we have the Asante Akim Central Constituency, Kwame Enimedu Entry. He's been retained. And then we have the four independent candidates going to Parliament. Is it coming from the NDC stock?
From what I gather, most of those in the Ashanti region are from the
MPP.
Okay, so we have Asante Akim South, Kweku Asante Boateng. He's been retained. Then
the man himself,
Almighty Muntaka Mubarak, as a deputy majority leader, or now soon to be minority leader. Asokwa constituency, Patricia PJ. She's also been retained. I mean, what would be your rating or your assessment of of a performance as deputy majority speaker? Majority speaker.
You know, when it comes to the women in parliament, sometimes we think that it leaves much to be desired. We feel that they could do more, but you can pardon Patricia, because you know she's not exactly a young woman, but with a short, momentarily time that she had as the deputy majority leader, she tried to help her with prayers and with some advice and all those things. But when it comes to really doing the work on the floor of Parliament, we didn't see much of that, because most of the work was done by Ida Afenyo, the chief whip, and then the other
chief whips.
Yes, and we want the women who are in Parliament should actually step up to the plate. We know that they are very intelligent people, but it's left with some verve. They need some. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not easy. In Parliament, it's a whole
different ball
game altogether. You may be a smart guy out there doing your own thing out there. You are smart, but when you get to Parliament, Charlie, you know your level.
You must come and now learn.
You know your level.
Yeah.
It's a new level altogether. That's why sometimes we cringe when a whole new phases have to come.
But there are some who actually pick up
yes,
quickly.
Those who pick up very quickly are those who are natural communicators, who in their work have been doing communication. So when they come, they use that communication thing to bamboozle all of us. But it doesn't mean that they are doing proper parliamentary work.
They understand the process.
Yes, it doesn't mean that they understand the process. They can talk. They've been debating all their lives. People like Okujetu Ablakwa, Sam George, Suhini, and all those things. They talk for a living. So when you get them there, they will talk for you. It doesn't mean that they have the rudiments of being a parliamentarian. And sometimes they fall into...
Does their engagement outside Parliament also influence how the public, perceive them, their popularity? So there are a lot of them who are mostly a lot of time on radio and on TV. You may not really see them on the floor making arguments, but on radio they are loud, on TV, on social media they are there. So sometimes people say, okay, this is my MP, I mean, he's popular.
Yeah, so on radio, the rules that play in Parliament does not play there. You see, in Parliament there are rules. It's a technical place. That's why we always say that technical places, you need people with experience to be able to maneuver their way in the technical place. What they have to do is quickly leverage on that, build their confidence quickly, and come to Parliament and try and be part of the process, the standing orders, because you need, that is your
Bible.
Your Bible. So you need to learn it. And then.
So we see as in Subuachi, the Bantama constituency, the Minister for Roads and Highways, former Minister for Works and Housing, representing the people of Bantama.
Very powerful
guy. Very close to the president.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Very powerful guy. Because if you see where it ended up, realize that it's a very powerful.
He for the MPP in that controversial prime Parliament now. We hear that the Speaker will begin. So those are pictures into Parliament, and then the proceedings will begin. We have our men on the ground, Augustus Akwe, Gloria, as they get them from Parliament. So you want to stay with us at this particular point.
Honourable members, let us pray. Honourable members. Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favour upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in thy sight. Of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labours for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service, and honor shall be given to the love for the common good. Bless the effort of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people for the common good. That they may give time, bless the effort of those, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen. Summoning of Parliament for the first sitting of the first meeting of the 9th Parliament. Know ye all men that in the exercise of the powers conferred on the clerk to Parliament, I, Ebenezer Ahuma Jethro, acting clerk to Parliament, orders of Parliament, do hereby appoint Parliament House, Accra, to be the place, and January 2025 to be the time, and to be the time
to get
when
sworn
Parliament
in.
shall sit to elect a Speaker and Deputy Speakers for the administration of oath to the Speaker and members of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Signed, Ebenezer Ahuma Jethro, acting clerk to Parliament. Honourable members elect, it is my honor to inform you that I have received from the, and I shall proceed to read the communication from the Electoral Commission. Let me indicate that the writs came in sequence. I have 3 writs of elections. Some are supplementary writs of elections. The first writ of elections to the clerk to Parliament. And it reads, BSS, submission of writ of elections for the parliamentary elections held on 7 December 2024. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust that this letter finds you well. I write to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 17 December 2024 with reference number PS/CS/027/34 on the above subject matter. Kindly find attached the writ of elections for the parliamentary elections held on Saturday, 7 December 2024 for 274 Regulation 43 2B of the Public Elections Regulation 2020 CI 127. Please note that there are 2 constituencies which have issues with their coalitions. The Commission will notify you when the issues regarding the two constituencies, the second writ of elections was 2025. It reads, the clerk to Parliament of Accra, dear sir, submission of writ of elections for the Domi Kwabenya parliamentary election held on 7 December 2024. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust this letter finds you well. Following the completion of the collation of polling station results for the Domi Kwabenya constituency, kindly find attached the writ of elections for the parliamentary elections held on Saturday, 7 December 2024 for candidates elected, the candidate elected pursuant to Regulation 43(2)B of the Public Elections Regulations 2024 CI 127. Signed, Samuel Tete, Deputy Chair, Operations. The third writ of elections was January, also addressed to the Clerk to Parliament, and it reads, dear sir, submission of writ of elections for Okaikwe Central, Tema Central, and Techiman South parliamentary elections held on 7 December 2024. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust that this letter finds you well. Following the completion of the collation of polling station results for Okaikwe Central, Tema Central, and Techiman South constituencies, kindly find attached constituencies. Also attached is a schedule containing the names of the candidates elected pursuant to Regulation 43(2)B of the Public Elections Regulations 2020 CI 127. Again, signed by our members elect of the entire House. Our members elect. Order A3 of our standing orders states that a clerk, as the presiding officer, a member is expected to respond to the roll call. I now proceed to call out your names in our of honorable members. A matter of concern. I say so because I know this is a matter which will come up on this floor. And so it is my noble duty, legally, constitutionally, and procedurally, to draw your attention for your... So I proceed, honorable members. I proceed. Two issues relating to two constituencies and Akwetia. Honorable members, would you, honorable members, Akwetia, the case of Ablikmano is known to all of us in this, and therefore it is impossible to proceed with any matter relating to Ablikmano in terms of the debate in the election of the Speaker. In the case of Akwetia, the Clerk to Parliament was served a process on the 3rd of January 2025 with an order of interim injunction from a high court in Koforidua. This order was served through the respondents, including the Clerk to Parliament, indicating that they are restrained from proceeding to call, admit, register, swear in, recognize, gazette the said Ernest Yao Kumi as the elected member for the Akwetia constituency. At the time of the receipt of the order, the parliamentary service had already completed the process of registration of Ernest Yao Kumi as member-elect. This is precisely because to receive writ of elections in respect of Ernest Yao Kumi. And without the pendency of any suit, any process, the parliamentary service, we did so. Subsequently, it has come to our attention. There's a restraining order of a court. Restraining not just a member, but a clerk to parliament from proceeding with the registration of, from proceeding with the members' participation in the election of the speaker. This is a matter that honorable members ought to know. Since it is a court order, which order restrains the clerk to parliament as well from proceeding, I find myself constrained. Let me finish. I'll do it. I'll do it. Honorable members. All right. Honorable members. So I have brought this matter to the attention of the House. That is my pleasant duty to do. The member may decide, may elect to participate. But in doing so, I'm drawing attention to Article 105 of the Constitution. And I will read, a person who sits or votes in Parliament knowing or having reasonable grounds for knowing that he is not entitled to do so or under an enactment of Parliament. Having done this, I have discharged my note. Members, I proceed. No. I am not sitting there.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, colleagues, make a headway. Mr. Chairman, we have heard you. This is a house of rules and procedure. I just have a simple answer to the point you made, and I have the instructions of my respected colleague of this house, which precedence is dated 7th of January 2021. I simply, Mr. Chairman, the member so desires to proceed to be sworn in and to also participate in the election of the speaker and bear the consequences himself.
Very much. Thank you very much, Round Members. I proceed with a roll call. And I will invite
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, we do not want surprises. We do not want surprises. We do not want surprises. I am therefore, for the records, inviting you to respond to the position the honorable member concerned has taken, just for the records, because we don't want surprises as we proceed. So we want to know so that we take.
Honorable members elect, I have taken note of what the Honorable Minority Leader has said. We will proceed appropriately. Yes. Proceed. I have taken note of what the Honorable Minority Leader has said. The Honorable Member heard what we said. He knows the consequences of his actions. And
Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, thank you again for the opportunity to speak on this matter. Mr. Chairman, yes, for the member. But Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, since the member-elect is before this House, it will only be right for that member to speak for the records. Order. The said order has been served on Article 105 of the Constitution. The honorable member, the minority leader, took responsibility and spoke on behalf of the member-elect. We want to... Yes, I listened to him, I heard him. If he's taking responsibility, let the records reflect. Let the records reflect that the member-elect for Akwetia constituency has disregarded the court order, and the repercussions of Article 105 of the Constitution applies. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Proceeding with a roll call. When a member-elect's name is mentioned, the member must rise in his seat to be recognized. Thank you, honorable members-elect. Head of table, proceed with the roll call.
Abdul Khalid Mohammed Sharif. Ablakwa Samuel Okujeto. Abuaji George Kwame. Achampon Brian. Achampon Richard. Aqua Alexander Kwesi. Adam Hamza. Adam Mohammed Amin. Adams Abdul Salam. Adams Kofi Iji. Adams Mishab Mahama. Ado Ebenezer Kweku. Ado Kweku. Ado Yao Frimpong. Ado Kenneth. Adomako Ernest, Adongo Isaac, Educhum Yao Osei, Afenyo Sedem Kweku, Afenyo Markin Alexander, Afol Eric, Afol Kofi Bente, Agbana Eric Edem, Agbenyo Fred Kwesi, Agbeve Charles Akwesi, Agbenyo Fred Kwesi, Agbeve Charles Akwesi, Agboja Kwame Govins, Ejari Alexander, Ejeku Kingsley, Ajima Rollins Zaneto, Ajin Sam Lawrence, Ahinkan Frederick Yao, Ahiafo Bernard, Ahmed Ibrahim, Edu Michael Kwesi, Akwete Okli Felix, Alajos Seidu Al Hassan Umar, Amankwa Millicent Yabua, Amankwa Nicholas, Amankwa Menu Kofi, Amwa Stephen, Amwaku Andrew Esiama, Amwaku Jampo Rudolph, Ampa Bin Simon Chreme, Ampofu Kwame Chumesi, Amprechum Sapon Kweku, Enim Ernest Yao, Ankoma Emilia, Anodompre Frank, Anyimedu Enchi Kwame, Apak Clement Abaz, Apie J. Patricia, Ahin Ebenezer Prince, Amable Nyameke, Arthur Emilia, Santi Lawrence Koko, Asante Boatin Kweku, Asari Kwame Obain, Esiedu Aida Ajua, Asensu Boaz, Asafwa Vincent Eko, Aworigo Simon Akibangi, Ewa Nane J. Bafo, Ewuku Samuel, Awuni Theresa Ladi, Ayamba Ladi, Ayensu Dankwa Grace, Ayene Dominica Kritinga, Azuma Bandim Abednego, Batagli Mohammed Isa, Baudra Charles, Bawadua Charles, Siedu Bequin, Bessie Daniel Keshi, Bayo Titles Kofi, Bisu Mavis Kukwa, Boaku Gideon, Boachi Yadom Patrick, Boa Emmanuel Kweku, Boama Patrick Yao, Boatin Joseph Apia, Boatin Kwabna, Brahma Muhammad Bawa, Brefo Bright Asamoah, Bukari Joseph Nipe, Chiwete Andrew Dari, Kujo Robert Wisdom, Dafia Mako Roxon Nelson Eche Kwame, Damwa Kwejo, Dan Abdul Latif, Dangbe Ernestina Ofori, Dapa Elvis Osei Mensa, Dapila Kletu Seidu, Daku John, Daku Mensa Kwabnotre, Dauda Collins, Osei Sebastian Fred, Jabab Nelson Kofi, Jogbadi Dorani Godwin Enimli, Dra Emmanuel, Dumelo John Seto, Jiwonu Laurentia, Enu James, Fatahia Abdul Aziz, Fomadi Jean-Marie, Forsen Castle Atoba, Forsen Charles, Frimpon Nanampao Kwamiado, Frimpon Joseph, Frimpon Ohene Kwame, Frimpon Owen Kwame, good. Gakwe Kwame Jujoli, George Samuel Nate, Ganza Al-Hassan Kobna, Gomadoyao, Jechi Nasira Fra, Henry Bensel Godfred, Hotoje Alexander Roosevelt, Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, Ibrahim Azurera Mohammed, Idrisu Habib, Idrisu Haruna, Isa Atta, Isifu Mahmoud, Jack John Kwame Ado, Jaja Yusuf Isaka, Joshua Godfrey Seidu, Jinapo John Abdullahi, Jinapo Samuel Abdullahi, Kabiru Muhammad Tai Abdul, Kini Jeffrey, Kodia Kwame Apia, Kunedu Akwesi, Kosa Martin Kweku Ejay Mensa, Kweli Wolase, Potosu Edem Richard Kofi, Kuma Joseph Kwame,
Present.
Kumi Ernest Yao, Kuri Richard, Kuyon Solomon, Kwenu Othniel Echo, Kwatin Kweku Ajimai, Che Shirley, Chiredria Dixon, Lamisi Akanvari Balidia, Labi Oscar Ofori, Latte Agnes Namumo, Lukuto Maxwell Kwame, Mahama Daniel Dang, Mahama Shaibu, Mafu Kofia Henkwa, Mensa Collins Adomako, Mafu Kofi Ahenkwa, Mensa Collins Adomako,
Miss Adomako Mensa Collins,
Mensa Isaac Ejay, Mensa Joseph Kwesi, Mijimal Ata, Mie Anthony, Mohammed Haruna, Mohammed Yakubu, Mubarak Seed, Mumuni Alasan, Inkwikara Suma Anthony, Nandaya Stanley Yao, Nawani Mark Kurt, Indebila Ebenezer Alumri, Nichema Bila Alamzi, Nitiwu Dominic Bingham Aduna, Inkansabwedu Mavis, Nkrumah Kojo Opon, Nukwa Pius Kwame, Nokoi Kofi Ako, Nogbe Ernest Henry, Notuko Toe Peter Kwesi, Intebe William Ayo, Intekuni Emmanuel Kofi, Intim Adelaide, Intosu Helen Ajua, Nyako Bismarck Tete, Nyako Isaac Boama, Nyako Kingsley, Nyako Thomas Ampim, Nyako Kwame Naminta, Nyindam Matthew, Oklu Linda Ohenewa, Odampton Isaac Asha, Oforiata Duke William Allen Kwame, Ofosu Felix Kwache, Okuno Philip, Onyinacha, Opoku Eric, Opoku Isaac Yao, Osei Akoto Seth, Osei
Order what? Order what? Order what?
Akoto Seth, Osei Asari Abna, Oti John Kwabena Bless, Oredu Charles Esuaku, Owusu Gloria, Owusua Rachel Amma, Owusua Charles Pelpo Abdul Rashid Hassan, Pokwe Dusei Ralph, Kweisin James Jechi, Ramam Damata Ama Epianima, Sandari Sebastian Meneso, Soya Queen Stapokwa, Sefer Richard Kwame, Seidu Haruna, Shaib Jerry Ahmed, Sosu Francis Xavier Kojo, Sulemana Adama, Sulemana Al Hassan, Sulemana Al Hassan Tampuli, Sulemana Yusuf, Tanko Mustafa Amaju, Taylor Isa Salifu, Taylor Abi Ebenezer Oklite, Tete Joseph Akwete, Tobin Emmanuel, Tobu Peter Lanshini, Ture Mahama Nasir, Chekpo Thomas, sorry? Yusuf Mustafa, Vanderpoy Alfred Oko, Vondi David, Winsum Annaba Thomas, Yabua Frank, Yabua Kofi Obri, Yibo Isaac Awuku, Zidin Bid and Watazumo.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, in accordance with Standing Order 8.1 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, I am satisfied that so I would like to draw your attention to Article 95.1 of the 1992 Constitution as Member of Parliament. I also want to refer you to Order 7.2, which states, a person shall not be proposed for election as Speaker unless the person has draw your attention to Standing Order 8.5 of the House. And I beg to quote, where only one person is proposed, the person shall be declared elected and conducted to the chair without any question being put. A member-elect addressing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as Speaker of Parliament and shall move that the person do take the chair of this House as Speaker, which motion shall be seconded without debate or remarks. Honourable members-elect, I now invite nominations for the election of the Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I come under Order 8.4. Mr. Chairman, I beg to read. A member-elect Parliament and shall move that the person do take the chair of this House as Speaker, which motion shall be seconded without debate or remarks. Mr. Chairman, I move that Honorable Alban Sumana take the chair of this House as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. A lawyer, a politician, a statesman, a result-oriented and transformational leader. He was elected as Speaker of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana and the Parliament of Ghana to be elected to the high office of the Speaker of Parliament from a political party that is neither in government. Was called to the bar as barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Ghana in 1982 and engaged in private legal practice between 1983 and 1993. He later established a law firm in 1994 called the Law Trust. Right Honorable Speaker entered the University of Ghana in 1977 and graduated in 1980 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Law and English. He proceeded to the Ghana School of Law in Accra, where he was earned a postgraduate certificate on privatization of public utilities at the Eastern and Southern African Management Institute, Tanzania, in the year 1999. He also has an executive master's in governance and leadership from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, JIMPA. Right Honorable Bagbin entered Parliament on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress in 1993. He won 7 consecutive parliamentary elections. Right Honorable Speaker decided not to contest as a member of Parliament at the end of his term of the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic in the year 2021. He was elected Speaker of Parliament of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. Within these years, spanning some 28 good years, Honorable Alban Kingsford Bagbin served on various parliamentary committees and chaired several of them. He served as the minority leader from January 2001, a position he held for 8 good years until he transitioned to the majority leader and leader of government business in the year 2009 of health between 2010 and 2013. In 2014, he returned to the House as the majority leader in January 2017 for the duration of the 7th Parliament. He was a member of the task force responsible for the President of Ghana's priority project in health, education, and transport from 2013 to 2017, famously referred to. The Speaker also served and continues to serve on several boards and international organizations. This is today. He was a member of the Parliamentary Service Board for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th Parliament, and he was also in attendance as a member of the Parliamentary Service Board for the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. He was a member of the African, Caribbean, Pacific, and European Union Joint Parliamentary Assembly, the ACPEU, at member of the International Council for Parliamentarians for Global Action. He is again the founding member, Global Organization of Parliamentarians for Global Action, again between 1994 to 2017. He was the vice president of CPA between 2021 to 2022. Currently the president, Conference of Speakers, and president of African Legislatures. He's a member, International Advisory Council for Global Governance in Washington, and a member of the International Council for Political Renewal, again in the United States, Washington. For his outstanding leadership and lifetime of dedication to public service, both in Ghana and abroad, Speaker Babin was awarded Doctor of Law Honoris Causa, LLD, by the University of Professional Studies, UPSA, in the year 2017. Right Honorable Speaker has won a significant number of international and domestic awards. He's a strong advocate for gender and social inclusion, women's rights and empowerment, and equitable representation in Parliament in all decision-making across the country and globally. He's also noted for his principled, courageous, firm, decisive, and resolute personality. Right Honorable Bagbin is a man of high integrity and a Democrat per excellence. Mr. Chairman, Speaker Bagbin has championed several institutional reforms and the welfare of members and the parliamentary service during his first term as Speaker. In addition to this, he's the first Speaker of this House to demystify Parliament by taking the institution to the doorsteps of the people of Ghana. He is married with 2 kids. I so move. Thank you.
Any seconder?
Chairman, to second this motion ably moved by my respected colleague, Dr. Kesil Atoba Fosu. But before I second this motion, before I second this motion, under the rules of this House, which secondment requires that there should be no need for remarks or debate, I shall address some preliminary matters before. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, this national body, the mandate given to us to elect a speaker is engraved in the provisions of the Constitution, in particular, Article 95 of the Constitution. The Speaker He hasn't called you.
Mr. Chairman, your guidance will be needed in this matter. This is my 4th term in this House. And this is the first time in the history of this Parliament. Our standing orders are very clear. When you rise to second a motion, there must be no remark, no debate. What the minority leader, who has not told us if it is now spiritually okay for him to sit in the minority leader's chair. I don't know what his spiritual advisors are telling him now. He cannot be violently violating our standing to ensure that this solemn occasion proceeds with respect for our Constitution and the standing orders of the House. If you have some, you call it preliminary remarks, you can do that out of the confines of the motion and secondment. You are minority leader. You are well within your right to make your preliminary remarks after. You cannot be violating our standing orders. Please, let's be careful the precedent we set. This is so bizarre. It's never been seen in this House. So, respected minority leader, please. And, Chair, I'm getting the impression that the clerk is allowing the minority leader to dictate the pace. Please, let's see your authority. We will not accept this.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, honorable member.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, thank you very much. The honorable minority leader indicated that he's aware of the rules of engagement regarding seconding the motion nominating the speaker. That should be exactly so. Honorable minority leader, you may proceed without debate or remarks. Honorable minority leader, you have the floor. Please proceed.
I will always want to respect his views, but I love debate, and I would want us to go into the issues. I kept quiet. You are impatient. I kept quiet for you. Let's have some decorum. Mr. Chairman, my practice at the bar is always a guide for me. I said I have a preliminary matter to raise. In law, Mr. Blakwa, you pay attention. This is a matter of law. This is a matter of law. This is a matter of law. Law, pay attention. When Mr. Chairman matter, I meant to say that I had to deal with the preliminary matter before I get to
Mr. Chairman, this house is a house of rules and procedures. Mr. Chairman, let me put on record that the minority leader is to the rules of this house, and specifically to Order 8, Rule 4. And Mr. Chairman did refer to it. which reads, with your permission, and I quote, "As the Speaker of Parliament, and shall move that the person, quote, do take the chair." Mr. Chairman, my colleague, brother, and friend, the Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, made the point rightly that in seconding the motion for somebody to take the chair, one is not entitled to make remarks or debate. But Mr. Chairman, we all heard the venerable, distinguished, astute lawyer, minority leader, Honorable Afenyo Makin, loud and clear. Mr. Chairman, he said, "I second the motion." Mr. Chairman, he had not seconded the motion. And he did go a step further. Mr. Chairman, he did go a step further to say, before I second the motion, I would like to make some preliminary points. And so, Mr. Chairman, I will pardon my friend and brother. A basic rule, Mr. Chairman, by a basic rule or canon of interpretation, even a lay person will appreciate that the distinguished minority leader is yet to second the motion, and therefore he's entitled to make the preliminary points he sought to make. So let the minority leader make those points.
Thank you very much. Thank you, honorable members. Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members, we shall proceed with seconding of the motion. And honorable minority leader, please proceed. Brevity is the rules of the game.
Mr. Chairman.
Roxy, sit down. Mr. Chairman, to rise to second a motion is a voluntary act. If he's not interested in seconding the motion, he should sit down. I rise to second the motion. The motion is therefore seconded. Thank you very much.
No. Which one? You are not sure. Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, minority leader, just a minute. Would you kindly resume yourself, minority leader? Minority leader, I'll give you the floor. All right. Honorable members, the honorable minority leader was on the floor before the other honorable member interjected. The rules of the House. Honorable members. Honorable minority leader, please continue with the seconding of the motion. Please second the motion. Please second the motion.
Article 95 provides that there shall be a speaker who shall be elected by members of parliament from among persons who are members of parliament or who are qualified to be elected as members of parliament. Mr. Chairman, issued by the office of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, titled President-elect, mandate NDC parliamentary leadership to nominate Right Honorable ASK Bagbin as Speaker of 9th Parliament. It reads, the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has in consultation with the National Executive, the nomination
Mr. Chairman,
of the Right Honorable Abansuman Kingsford Babi as Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the Mr. Felix Ofosu, Kwachi Ofosu as Special Aide. Chairman, The preliminary issue I'm raising is to the effect that the nomination
Mr. Chairman,
only requires the consent
where from
of
that
the
letter?
person to be nominated.
Where from that letter? That letter, where is it from?
Situation where
It must not be tolerated.
that the executive now directs that a
Where from that
member
letter?
should nominate the objection that I have. Having made that point,
Where from that letter?
I need, Mr. Chairman, to also draw your attention
You see, Sammy,
to the fact
you have
that
been vindicated.
in 2001,
Jethro,
7 January, when
Is
Right
this
Honorable
seconding the
himself,
motion?
as minority
What
leader,
is doing?
was seconding the motion ably moved by J.H. Mensah for consideration of Alajete as the speaker. These were his observations, and I read from column 4 of the Hansard of 7 January 2001. Nadole Kalu North, as he then was. It says, Mr. Chairman, I rise to second the motion urging this House to accept the nomination of Mr. Peter Alajete as Speaker of the 3rd Parliament of the 4th Republic. He goes on to say, Mr. Chairman, in doing so, however, I would want to register the displeasure of the minority side on how this issue has been handled. Mr. Chairman, it is part of the rules of democracy for us to be heard. I am not opposed to the motion, but my office of Speaker himself has set a precedent where in seconding Alajete, the chair allowed him to raise his concerns. Let us tolerate each other. I am here with his own records. Mr. Chair, my contention basically is that in view of the improper consultation, from the majority side in this matter, and in view of the fact that public statement is directing the honorable majority leader to nominate a person, I hold the view that
Honorable minority leader.
No, I have to come in.
Jethro, there is no any executive.
Honorable minority leader.
There is no any
Honorable minority leader. Honorable minority leader.
There is no any executive.
Honorable minority
Which
leader.
executive?
Honorable minority leader.
Where born? There is no executive.
Recognize honorable members' intents. But let me make a point. Honorable minority, I am the chair of these proceedings. Let me make my point. Honorable minority leader, there are extraneous matters which I believe should not be part of this process. You were to second the motion. The other information you were tendering, the other information you were providing is not an information which is before this House. It is not part of the process for consideration for nomination of the Speaker. So, in seconding the motion, these matters ought not to have been brought to the floor of the House. Let me make that point. In doing so, I recognize Honorable Muntaka. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Chair, ordinarily I would not have reason to speak, but because we have rules and you have a leader grossly abusing it, I need to draw his attention. Aside Order 7, I want to refer the minority leader to our standing orders 11510. And in 11510, it says, and I read, under rules of debate, and I read, a member seconding the motion or an amendment shall state
Mr. or Madam Speaker, I beg to second the motion or amendment, except that this may be without limiting the right of the member to speak later at a later stage within the debate. Most importantly, Mr. Chair, 11, it says, a mover of a motion or amendment may speak in support of the motion, but subject to these orders, no further, and that's where the emphasis is, no further debate is allowed until the motion or amendment has been seconded. So while you are saying, yes, it's within your right as a member, and even when you go to order 8, after seconding and the motion is taken, before the speaker is called to take the chair, the standing order allows a member, you are abusing the rules. You can second the motion, let the motion pass. If you have something to say, you get up and you cut the out the speaker, the chair attention. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Minority Leader, I take it that you have seconded the motion. If you haven't seconded the motion, Honorable Minority Leader, you will second the motion. You will not proceed on any other matter apart from seconding the motion. So long as I remain. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, with him, I'll reserve that for another day. Mr. Chairman, with the greatest respect to you. Wait, Mr. Chairman, with the greatest respect to you. A preliminary matter is a preliminary matter. Having raised them, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, having raised them, I shall proceed, therefore, to second the motion moved by my legislator colleague.
The motion for the nomination for consideration for election to the office of the Speaker has been moved and ably seconded. Earlier, I drew attention to the person nominated. Let me indicate to the clerk to Parliament nominated as the Speaker, pursuant to nominated to be elected as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Your cooperation is highly solicited. Signed, Right Honorable Urban Sumana Kingsford Bagby. So we have the consent letter. Having secured the consent letter, yes, it is appropriately tabled. It is appropriately tabled. Thank you very much, honorable members. At this time, I want to find out, is there any other nomination?
No. In response to your question, our side has no other nomination. Just for the record, we do not have any other Why are you scared? You think we want to pull a fast one on you? Why are you scared? Mr. Speaker, why are they scared? We are not pulling a fast one on you. We will not. Are you sure you don't have any other nomination yourself? Mr. Chairman, I want to find out from our side. Mr. Chairman, have patience for the process. Our side, the MPP minority, has no other nomination. But we want to find out from the backbench whether they have any other nomination. Whether they are only relying on the president-elect's nomination or they have another one, they should let us know.
There be no other nomination. I hereby duly declare Urban Honorable members, we will continue with proceedings. Will you humbly resume your seat? All members, please resume your seats. Now, we will invite the sponsors to conduct Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagby to the chamber. As albeit the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Tokonu, to proceed to the days for the administration of oath. proceeds, I shall now invite Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, to administer the oaths of allegiance and the oath of office of the Speaker to the Speaker-elect. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, may proceed to the dais for the administration of the oaths.
Speaker, we will start with the oath of allegiance. Do kindly say after me.
I, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagui,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold the sovereignty.
That I will uphold the sovereignty.
And integrity of Ghana.
And integrity of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God. I, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagui,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold the integrity.
That I will uphold the integrity.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
That I will faithfully.
That I will faithfully.
And conscientiously.
And conscientiously.
Discharge my duties.
Discharge my duties.
As Speaker of Parliament.
As Speaker of Parliament.
And that I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
Preserve.
Preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
And that I will.
And that I will.
Do right.
Do right.
To all manner of persons.
To all manner of persons.
In accordance.
In accordance.
With the Constitution of
With
Ghana.
the Constitution of Ghana.
And the laws.
And the laws.
And conventions.
And conventions.
Of Parliament.
Of Parliament.
Without fear.
Without fear.
Or favor.
Or favor.
Affection.
Affection.
Or ill will.
Or ill will.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Ayiko. Yes, 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 yes. Congratulations, Mr. Speaker. God bless you.
Order, order.
Muslim. Oh, okay.
Honorable members, it's now time for us to move to item 5 on the order paper. Right Honorable Speaker delivers acceptance speech. Honorable members, I proceed to deliver my acceptance speech. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, Justice Mrs. Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokunu, Honorable Members of Parliament-elect, Your Excellencies, a number of them with us today, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps present, our most revered spiritual and traditional leaders of distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great humility that I accept the Republic of Ghana, having had the same honor to be Speaker of the 8th Parliament. I am grateful to the Almighty God for His grace and mercies for me to achieve this rare feat. To Him be all the praise and honor. Honorable members of Parliament-elect, you have reposed in me to be Speaker and to head this honorable House once more. I also express my gratitude to the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for the trust and confidence in my candidature in consultation with the leadership of the great National Democratic Congress Parliament, with my experience as the longest legislator of the House. I now come to the 9th Parliament with the experience of 4 years of speakership of a very difficult hung parliament. I promise to bring all these experiences to bear in guiding this House to perform its mandate with efficiency, diligence, and above all, with a sense of being the bulwark of democracy in Ghana. To the good people of Ghana who continue to hope for a better Ghana, I urge you to support your parliament and be interested and engaged with the work of parliament. As the standard orders of parliament direct, after we have performed this duty of electing me as the Speaker of Parliament, I will have the singular honor and duty posed by the standing orders of the House. That is to swear in the members elect and proceed to supervise the election of 2 deputy speakers of the House. Once again, I am very grateful for this great honor. I thank you so much. Honorable members, we now proceed to taking of oaths. members must be present to be sworn in. I notice a number of members have moved out of the chamber. And if you are not sworn in, you remain member-elect. Honorable members, before I swear you in, it's proper I draw your attention to the presence of some important dignitaries in the House. We have Tokonu. Apart from my spouse, Madam Alice Ajua Yunus. We also have His Excellency Adama Bitonal de Côte d'Ivoire. We also have the Right Honorable Nabekun, Speaker of the Liberian House of Representatives, Fortune Zephaniah Charubira, Speaker of the Pan-African Parliament. We have Honorable Ajaratu Traore Coulibaly, Second Deputy Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. We have the Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia. He is ably supported by the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress in the person of Honorable Fifi Fiavi Kweti. We have the Chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee, Information, Broadcasting, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism Committee, and also the Vice Chairman of the Maritime Committee in the person of Senate Abraham Darius Dillon. I'm sure you can see the galaxy of our kings, our queens, our queen mothers in the public gallery. And I see your lovely, the term I use here is spouses of members of parliament. and those who actually lead us. So those of you who go quoting the holy books, whether the Holy Quran or the Holy Bible, please, kindly. We have a number of the members of the diplomatic corps with us. On your behalf, I warmly welcome all of you. Now I can see that all members are present. Members-elect, actually, in accordance with Article 100 of the 1992 Constitution, I shall proceed to administer the oaths to you, members-elect, and you may swear on the Bible, the crucifix, or the Holy Quran. Alternatively, a member-elect may make and subscribe to a solemn affirmation. May I now kindly request members-elect to rise in their seats. The oath of allegiance. You shall repeat after me. I swear. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established. That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana. And that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. We shall now proceed to the oath of a member of Parliament. And once having been elected a member of Parliament, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established. That I will uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. And defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And that I will faithfully and conscientiously discharge the duties of a member of Parliament. So help me God. Honorable members, you may now resume your seats. resume your seats. Please resume your seats. Honorable members, resume your seats. Honorable members, before I congratulate all of you on the assumption of office of the crucial role of political leadership in development. Honorable members, it is very important for you to keep uppermost in your mind the crucial role of political leadership in the process of national development. Society develops or fails to develop depending on the extent to which its political leadership is intelligent, creative, skillful, committed, and has the capacity to enlist support, induce loyalty, and to inspire confidence. Today, we are now the political leaders of Ghana. And this onerous responsibility rests with us. I know together we can do it. With this, I thank you for your patience and attention. I will, on behalf of your constituents, the good people of Ghana, and our beloved Mother Ghana, congratulate you all for this achievement. I'm aware of what you went through before you got elected to this house. And I trust that you will not abuse the trust and confidence of the people. With this, honorable members, you are all to sign the oaths and submit the signed copies to the marshal. Please, you can do that now or later. Honorable members, happily, your new standing orders is in print, and you'll be giving copies soon. May I now have the guidance of the leadership of the House whether there's any more item for us to take, or we should call it a ninth. Of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, may we please proceed to item 7. The House elect deputy speakers. Item 7. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, is that the sense of the House? We shall now proceed to item 6 to elect the 2 deputy speakers of the House.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Pursuant to Article 96 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and the Standing Order 12 of this House, I hereby nominate Honorable Bernard Ahiafo for consideration by this August House as the first Deputy Speaker of this Parliament. Mr. Speaker, years of experience at the bar. He is currently an NDC Member of Parliament for Akachi South constituency. In the 8th Parliament, Mr. Speaker, he was a respected member, ranking member for Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. Municipality in the Volta region. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Ahiafo was born on the 6th day of February today. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Honorable members, any seconder?
Right, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion ably moved by Honorable Member of Adaku, Honorable Kwame Abuja. I so move.
I hope, honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, I hope this time around there will be no theatrics. Honorable members, the motion has been moved and seconded. I proceed to put the question. Can you hear me? Honorable members, the Honorable Bernard Ahiafo, Member of Parliament for Akachi South constituency of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana.
That's why they use it's the same way. We should find it. I am for none of some we are some saying Kakot now Shazan.
Honorable members, may we now proceed to the election of the second Deputy Speaker. Any nomination? Yes.
Speaker, I rise to nominate the Honorable Andrew Esiama Amuako for the position of the second Deputy Speaker. Speaker, the Honorable Amuako Esiama is a respected surveyor, a lawyer, an educationist, and to top it up, a politician. In environmental law, degree in conflict, peace and security. He also holds a bachelor's degree in land economy and law. He's married with 5 children. All of us, most of us in this chamber can testify. The Honorable Esiama has played the role of deputizing you on many occasions, especially occasions where the House has come to some form of tension. He has dispensed his job and himself creditably. Speaker, let me also say that I rely on this, and without adding more, I so move. Speaker, I'm grateful.
Having regard to Article 96(1)(b) of the 1992 Constitution, no.
Yes. There being no other nomination, I proceed to declare Honorable Esiama Andrew Amuako, Member of Parliament for Formina constituency, duly elected as the second Deputy Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana.
supposed to bring our email.
Honorable members, this is the first sitting of the first meeting of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. So I understand in plenary sessions of this House. You don't clap. You say, yeah, yeah. You have to control your emotions. It's a learning process, and so it's important I draw your attention. Let me now happily, who made me possible to get to these heights, have come in their numbers from the beautiful constituency, the Nadolu-Kaleo constituency in the Upper West region. And so I have a number of my hardworking constituents at the public gallery. I think it's important you thank them on my behalf for what they've done for all these years. I'm extremely grateful to all of them. Now, with your kind indulgence, I will proceed to suspend the sitting of the House to 10 in the forenoon, when we shall all reconvene at the Independence Square for another important activity. Honorable members are expected to be seated by 9 in the forenoon. Proceedings will commence at 10. The sitting, I've been given further information that in view of the numbers expected at the Independence Square, you are all urged to convene in the presence of Parliament, where there will be some buses to convey you to the venue. That is the Independence Square. And so you are expected to be here before the 9 in the forenoon. Please, let's be time conscious in this matter. With this, I proceed to suspend the sitting, and that is the first sitting of the first meeting of the first session of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. The House and sitting is accordingly suspended.
No, we are going to do this. We want to go to